So friends, the next ratio we will study now is your debtors turnover ratio. Debtors turnover ratio, friends, is also known as your accounts receivables. Okay, this ratio is mainly the ratio of net credit sales to average trade debtors. It is called as your debtors turnover ratio, and it is also known as your accounts receivables. Friends, this ratio is also expressed in times. Okay. So your accounts receivables. So what does it include? It is a term which includes your trade debtors and your bills receivables. It is a component of your current assets and as such has your direct influence on your working capital position, or you can say the liquidity position of a specified business. Okay. Now, what is the formula? For the formula to calculate debtors turnover ratio or accounts receivables, here with is receivables turnover ratio or debtors turnover ratio is equal to your net credit sales. Net credit sales, annual net credit sales divided by your average accounts receivables or divided by your debtors ratio. Okay. So where your debtors, that is your average accounts receivables, is equal to trade debtors plus bills receivables. Okay, trade debtors plus your bills receivable. That is, so friends, now trade debtors, what does it include? Trade debtors means your provision for bad and doubtful debts should not be deducted from the amount of debtors. Okay, you always remember the receivables collection period, or also known as your average collection period, is calculated and supplemented with the receivables turnover ratio or debtors turnover ratio. Why it's been supplemented? Because it helps the investors to better understand the market, better understand the company's financial statements, and for better communication. Okay, so now we will just see the following ratio. So what is the debtor turnover ratio interpreters? Okay, so normally if a debtor's turnover ratio, let's assume it's a higher turnover ratio is there, the better it is. Higher turnover always signifies, or you can say always it indicates a speedy and an effective collection is there. So more number of doubtful debts are not there. Okay, it's a speedy and effective collection of debts is there, and vice versa. And conversely, lower turnover is there, it also indicates a sluggish or inefficient collection, leading to doubtful debts, leading to doubts that receivables might contain significant doubtful debts. Okay, so your receivables collection period is expressed in number of days. It should be compared with the period of credit which management allows to the respective customers as per the terms and conditions of a respective firm. Such comparison will help to decide whether receivables collection management is efficient or inefficient. So the two ratios are very important. Like I just said, receivables collection period is calculated and supplemented with the debtors turnover ratio. So it helps the management or the investors to help better understanding and better communication. Like the company is performing well, is it efficient in its business or inefficient? Right. We will just see the next ratio 2, that is your asset turnover ratio. Friends, asset turnover ratio is equal to your net assets divided by your tangible assets. This is all normal, and just skip to next one, that is your fixed asset turnover ratio. Fixed asset, the name itself suggests we will take only fixed asset. Net sales divided by turnover means, always remember friends, turnover, turned over sales. How much is turned over sales? That means sales is there, so net sales will come automatically in the numerator. Okay, divided by your fixed assets. Then comes your current assets turnover ratio. Here also turnover is there, so naturally net sales divided by current assets.